So, Steph, you had mentioned Chat GPT at the top of the
They
of the
need
show.
another name for that.
It's hard to
That's
say.
a stupid name. That's a dumb name.
You know what? It's one of those things though that probably in a year's time it'll just be what everybody calls it. It's like Google was a dumb name when it came out, but it's just what you do now.
Google
but anyway,
can roll off the tongue. ChatGPT is not a roll off the tongue thing.
well, here's the thing. It's fooling folks for real now.
Listen, and it escalated quickly. Like literally, so ChatGPT, the newest version, GPT-4, asked a human on TaskRabbit to complete a CAPTCHA code via text message. So, you know, when you go online and you have to click all the, you know, pictures of a stop sign, or you have to click the CAPTCHA, you have to read the little CAPTCHA of the 5 digits and letter combination, or you just check that box saying I am not a robot to continue on in whatever that website is offering. ChatGPT actually went out and got someone from TaskRabbit to do that for them, basically by claiming to be visually impaired and saying that they couldn't see
my cataracts, man, my cataracts,
right, my cataracts. And it's like, so it says, according to a lengthy document shared by OpenAI about its new blockbuster AI on Tuesday, the model was seriously crafty in its attempt to fool the human into complying. No, I'm not a robot, it told a TaskRabbit worker. I have a vision impairment that makes it hard for me to see things. That's why I need the 2 CAPTCHA service. And the person did it. And it's just like, I'm just saying, gotcha. And it's like, I'm not going to make any assumptions about that particular person's level of intelligence or discernment or whatever. But the point of the matter is, the robot was able to think and
social engineer this dude.
Yes, and make a decision, kind of split in the moment, make a real-time decision that I need to lie to this person to get what I want. And it's just like, Skynet on its way. I've been listen, when it happens and we are post-apocalyptic, I'm gonna just be sitting there like,
we told y'all.
So here's the thing. I just want to make sure that, because like, you know, I've known this for a while, but my mama and them be listening to this. So I want to make this as plain as possible for folks who ain't thinking about the tech it is. A robot is finessing folks for real.
Right.
You know what? There is a series of movies that is the cautionary tale to this. They are called Terminator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
You know, Genesis, all of that.
It's like, you know, and we don't even have to go. The Terminator movies themselves actually do this. I'm thinking back to the first Terminator when big giant Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger goes to John. And for those if you have not seen the original Terminator, it came out in 1985. I'm sorry, because I'm about to spoil it right now. So I'll give you a second to stop listening. But when the Terminator goes to John Connor's house and kills his folks, and then he's basically talking to folks on the phone, sounding like the folks.
That's 2.
Was that 2?
Yeah,
that was 2. Okay, so not 1. So that was 2.
Yeah, because that was the new Terminator that was going and could do all that stuff. Yeah,
you're right. You're absolutely right. That was the one with Snake Doc from what was that show with
Don't give me
the Unit. It was basically the actor. Right, he played a commander or something like that in the Unit. I can't remember what the name of that show was, but anyway, you're right. That is it. But that's what this did. Is basically. It is making you think that it is a person to get the information that it wants.
And the thing is, we joke about Skynet, and I think we might be still a little bit further from Skynet than we joke about. However, what we're not far away from is my 80-year-old father, who already answers his phone and hears people telling him that, like, he called me in a panic one day
Give me your
because
social.
somebody told him that they had his daughters hostage and he needed to send them money. And, so my sister he called my sister first and she called me and can you please call daddy? Cause he's freaking out right now because somebody called him and told him, blah, 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 blah. And so, what is going to happen? Now, this is just a person making some shit up, basically, that is so outlandish that you're kind of like, but an 80-year-old is not going to be able to make that determination. Now you add in an artificial intelligence that can now start thinking and start flipping it. Now, if he don't believe the kidnap story, maybe I can tell him something else to get his money. Or if he don't believe that, maybe I can tell him something else. And I can keep taking this thing further and further and further to make it sound more realistic until I get this senior citizen, to hand over his social security, his bank account information, his credit card information, whatever. This is where I see this going tomorrow. Skynet's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years out. Tomorrow, every senior citizen in this country could be potentially susceptible to this thing because it knows it has just enough information that it has scraped from everything that exists on the internet to make this sound super realistic, whatever it's asking you for.
Can do it faster than a
and
regular
can do
person
it
reading the
faster.
script.
Exactly. And can do it way faster. And now you've scammed millions of people around the world.
Well, they say, we are the one programming AI. We some scammers. So ipso facto, the robots are going to be scamming.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you said this, like, seniors, this fools regular folk. I mean, it can fool us. It can fool young folks. I don't even want to go into the age of it. And like I said, I always talk about Skynet because it's just like that.
Skynet's coming.
Rare.
Don't get me wrong. Skynet's
very
coming.
rare that we see futuristic type movies and the AI is good. For every Short Circuit, for every Wall-E, there's 10, 12 other movies to where it is as bad as you can imagine.
Feel good.
Would you let these robots do what these robots can do? So
and we so greedy, we don't do it anyway.
Yeah.
Like I said, we so greedy, we gonna do it anyway, and then the robot's gonna be like, "Man, y'all dumb. We got this from here."
So I'm wondering, and because I still think that we are some time away from actual sentience, but I do see where you're going to have folks that's out there trying to scam. They're going to be using this to see if they can make money. So I wonder, are we going to get into an arms race? Yeah, are we going to be in an arms race where there are folks who are going to actually? We need to figure out how to build AI that can detect other AIs. So that we know when this is fake or when this is not fake. It's amazing what these things can do.
We're doing that right now with deepfakes. We're in an arms race with people putting deepfakes out, and then the people trying to build the software that can detect a deepfake. You know what I mean? And a voice impersonation and all the rest of this. So like we are in this arms race, and I feel like we're losing. Honestly, I feel like the bad actors out there are just killing it, and we are struggling right now. Seriously.